We're going to continue to stay cool through the weekend, but we're starting to see a warm up on the horizon just in time for your Thanksgiving holiday. A full look at that forecast as well coming up.
I'm Frederick Price. Next, here how Central Arkansas food pantries are still helping those in need despite inflation woes and lower donations this year.
New tonight, former President Donald Trump firing back at the Department of Justice.
A special counsel is now in charge of the January 6th and Mar-a-Lago probes. I'm Christian Benavides with more on who this veteran prosecutor is.
Plus, a look at some weekend events around Central Arkansas. Good evening and thank you for joining us tonight at 6. I'm Sarah Horbacewicz. Starting tonight with a story we've been following for several weeks. A man accused of capital murder is now in custody, but officers are still searching for another man connected to the case. Last night, the Pulaski County Sheriff's Office took Deontay Harris into custody for the killing of 18-year-old Kirk Kirkwood. Kirkwood was shot the night of October 21st at McAlmont Community Park. This morning, detectives are still working to capture Jonathan Wright. He's facing the same felony charge. If you know where he is, they ask you give them a call. New tonight, President Trump is responding to Attorney General Merrick Garland's appointment of a special counsel. This is to oversee investigations into the former president's handling of secret government documents at Mar-a-Lago. Christian Benavides has the story.
Former President Donald Trump lashed out after a special counsel was put in charge of the Justice Department's probes into January 6th and his handling of classified documents at Mar-a-Lago.
I've been going through these investigations and hoaxes and scams from the day I came down the escalator at Trump Tower, and you'd really say enough is enough.
Attorney General Merrick Garland tapped Jack Smith, a longtime Justice Department lawyer, for the job on Friday.
I have concluded that it is in the public interest to appoint a special counsel. Such an appointment underscores the department's commitment to both independence and accountability in particularly sensitive matters.
In his decision, Garland cited Trump's planned 2024 White House bid and President Biden's intention to run for re-election.
Jack Smith has built a reputation as an impartial and determined prosecutor.
In his new role, Smith will be responsible for assessing whether any charges against Mr. Trump or anyone else come from the ongoing investigations.
It's not so much pursuing new investigatory routes as it is evaluating the evidence that they've already collected and then making what will ultimately be an immensely momentous decision.
Smith, who first joined the Justice Department in 1994, also served as the chief prosecutor for the special court in The Hague, investigating war crimes, and he's led the DOJ's public integrity section. As for the investigations he's now in charge of, Smith said the pace will not pause or flag under his watch. Christian Benavides, CBS News, Miami.
Back here at home just hours ago, in a special session streamed online, the Arkansas Annual Conference of the United Methodist Church voted overwhelmingly to approve the disassociation of 27 member congregations, leaving the United Methodist Church. The churches around the state breaking away, citing, quote, reasons of conscience relating to homosexual relationships. A full list of the churches who requested to separate can be found at thv11.com. And Carvana, the company with those wild car vending machines, announced they're laying off over 1,500 workers. That's about 8% of all employees. The workforce reductions come as the online used car retailer faces economic hardship and uncertain future. That's according to Chief Executive Ernie Garcia in a memo. The company cites high financing costs and a drop in used car purchases. Carvana's stock has dropped almost 97% this year. The Saturday before Thanksgiving is usually a busy time for food pantries in Central Arkansas, but economic challenges felt across the country are now impacting those organizations. Tonight, THV11's Frederick Price shows us how food bank leaders are moving forward despite a low number of donations.
This is, of course, the season of giving.
There are people that are in need, people that need help and people that need food.
But this year, doing that will be a challenge for Fred Hoeks with the Watershed.
Donations are down severely from what they normally are.
This room and these shelves, normally filled with items for someone in need, are noticeably empty.
I think donations are down because the economy as a whole is beginning to sink.
Nick Scarborough at the Grove relies heavily on donations, which are also down this year, he tells me. He goes the extra mile and buys items for the food bank. With inflation impacting prices at the store, you can imagine how hard it is for him to keep the shelves stocked.
I could go in and get everything for $500, and now you got to go in, you're getting everything for $850, $900.
And he's noticing more Arkansas families are experiencing economical challenges.
You definitely see those people who maybe weren't even thinking about a pantry a couple years before are now utilizing that pantry.
Despite these difficulties, Scarborough says he'll continue to meet the need of anyone who walks through the doors. Meanwhile, back at the watershed, Hoax is gearing up for their annual food box giveaway. This year, a significantly less number of boxes available.
And we only have 125 baskets per day, first come, first served basis.
500 boxes per day is what he's used to serving. Although he fears he won't be able to help as many as he'd like to this Thanksgiving, Hoax remains optimistic the community will come to help in a big way.
We know that the citizens of Arkansas will open up their hearts and they will help us because they always have.
In Little Rock, Frederick Price, THV 11 News.
It's beginning to feel like winter outside, and soon it'll be looking like it. The Salvation Army has officially kicked off their Red Kettle campaign, where they'll be collecting donations. The goal to make sure every kid in Arkansas has a present this year. And last year, the Salvation Army raised more than $220,000 and provided more than 2,900 nights of shelter. Now, if you do want to help, we have made it easy for you. All you have to do is text the word RING to the number on your screen. It'll also, that number right now, 501-376-1111. And there we will send you a link where you can register to ring the bells or give donations. As holiday spirit is moving through the natural state, some organizations are also collecting toys and goodies to make things easier for Arkansas families. The Heavenly Riders Motorcycle Club rode on into town today on a mission to make sure that Arkansans have a good Christmas. The group tells us they've been doing this for over 25 years.
The way we collect the toys, like each bike group or each rider will bring one toy or donate one toy. So we collect all of the toys, we put them in the back of our truck that, you know, hauls everything, and we take it to the We Care Center, put them in the big, you know, Christmas box, so that way we can, you know, distribute them out to the different kids.
If you missed today's toy run, you can make plans to help out the Heavenly Riders next year.
You get the right dog in the right place and you will see amazing changes.
We have to take a quick pause, but when we come back, we'll introduce you to an employee in Bryant that's helping everyone beat the dog days. Now, we haven't talked to meteorologist Corrales Ortiz yet tonight. Corrales, what's going on in weather?
All these stories make you feel all warm inside, especially around the holiday season. And speaking of warm, I know we've been a little bit colder than normal. We'll continue to stay like that through the weekend, but we do have a warm up on the horizon, as well as the chance for some rain by your Thanksgiving. More on that is coming up.